first want to get started by just asking if there's any update on Mo, how he's doing, especially after going down last game.
This is not as bad as we thought. So it's a knock. So the player step on his ankle.
Step, yeah.
Yeah. So everything's okay. This is more about now day to day to see for the pain, but nothing is broken. So this is not bad. So we'll see.
And I want to ask, just what were your biggest takeaways from that game, especially a few days removed, and where do you think you need to make the biggest improvements?
We did a good game. First half was really good in terms of the way we attacked. We were able to play or around them, or in between, or in behind. And this is exactly what the evolution of our game is. Try to put more doubt on the opposition. So it was really good to see that. We could have scored more goals, as you know. But really good also in terms of the way we counter-press, because we have the right position to win the ball back. So, yeah, really, really good first half. Really good second half also in different ways. In terms of we didn't have the ball, like I said, but we defended really well in terms of with the box defending, and they didn't come too often in our box. And I like the fact that we were able to be disciplined without the ball. And with the ball, we could have been better in terms of recognize the momentum, when to attack quick and when to keep it, to rest a bit with the ball. But for our first game, knowing that we have a lot of things before the game, and also not the same time of pre-season, it's been a really good game against a really good team.
I know you mentioned fitness, and I know Sean just mentioned it too. You obviously want to build up the fitness throughout the season. So how is that something that you guys are able to do now that you guys are in the thick of games? Is that something that just happens with more playing more games, or are there other things you can do during training and everything?
Yeah, the way we think with my staff is the objective is not to be ready for the first game, fitness-wise, is to be ready for the season. So that's why last year was the same also when we played the Philly. The idea was we know that especially this year that we could have been really good for 65-70 minutes. I wanted to make more change, but the more situation I didn't expect that, so that's why I could have done more subs, but I didn't do it. So, no, I'm not concerned. This is game by game. We're going to have more minutes. They're going to have more minutes. And also it's going to be the fitness going to come also with the game, knowing that we're going to play many games. So this is the plan.
Something I also want to ask is you started Jason as a forward. You have a lot of depth at the forward position. So can you just talk about that and how you go about working with so many different forwards with different profiles and deciding who plays what game?
When I decide, depending the opposition, this is about the profile, this is about also the week, this is about also when I drive, sometimes I have an intuition, so I cannot explain. So yes, Jason, I put Jason because I wanted to have another forward. Not a midfielder, but another forward in front, and also Jason is good also to finish the action. Obviously, he didn't finish it, but he's gonna come. But the fact that he's able to attack the box, when there is crosses, to free up the space for other players. So I wanted for this game a profile of like Jason. And after that, maybe the next game I'm going to change or stay the same. But yeah, I like to change because I believe that profile is really important for me. And this is not because someone did a good game that is going to play again, or the opposite. This is not because you did a bad game that we will not play. There is a lot of things that I have to think about.
And what are your expectations going into Minnesota? What are you expecting from your first road game this season?
Same. The idea is to have a good performance to maximize our chance to win. So we know that it's going to be our first game away, but we know that we have to get better. The challenge for the players is to get better away because they can do it. Like I told them during the playoff, we played many games away. So again, this is about trying to be consistent if we want to achieve something for this year. So away game, I really enjoyed that. So we'll see.
The last thing for me is, obviously, you've always been someone who says you focus on the next game, what's ahead of you, but Houston did just win, and that you guys were them for the CONCACAF Cup. So just how do you make sure your team has that in the back of their mind, but doesn't over-focus and forget about Minnesota?
No, as a staff, we cannot focus only on the next game. We focus on the next picture. And within that, we have the next game. But with the players, the idea is to stay focused on all the time the next game, and they have to stay on that. And our job is to create the best team for this game, knowing that we're going to have maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, many games. So maybe I'm going to make a rotation. Maybe I'm going to start with the same team, but a few players going to come out earlier. I don't know. The game will dictate everything. But what I know is we have many games to play, and with my staff, we have to be aware about this and find the good team for each game to perform.
Coach, much like your return to Montreal last year was special for your team in the sense that they wanted to put in a good performance for you, a return to Minnesota for the first time for Christian Ramirez is a big moment for him. Mm-hmm. He's fresh after not being utilized over the weekend. How do you see what he can bring to a game like the one you're planning for this Saturday?
Again, to be honest with you, this is a really good point, what you are bringing, but I'm not here to please people and to because I have a story with someone or with a club that I'm gonna play. My job is difficult for that because sometimes I'm gonna use that, sometimes not, and I have to be called with my decision. This is about the team and not the player. So this is a meeting that we had. Sometimes I'm gonna make mistakes. Sometimes I'm gonna put a player and I don't know, it won't be good. Or sometimes I'm gonna make a sub and the sub won't be good. So this is also the beauty of my job, that we all make mistakes, but at the end of the day, when I take a decision, it's because I think that this is the best one for the moment. So yes, it could be an advantage or not. And for the moment, we still have 3 days. I know that Christian is ready to play, and he has a really good attitude, like usually. And this is a player that I discuss with because he has a really good connection with all the players, knowing that also for the future, I'm not saying now, but for the future, he has a plan already, to be a coach. So for me, I like to use Christian also to give him more responsibility with that. So this is not about starting the game or not. But we'll see. But I cannot make the team because of the story of the background of one player.
Last night, you kind of wrote the conclusion to the 2023 season with the gathering and the ring celebration. Are you as a coach sort of relieved that it's done? Because isn't the coach's job to redirect the attention to the current season?
You know that sometimes I am a little bit weird.
Really?
So, no, it's about moment. This moment was good.
Yes.
And again, it's all about, for me, it's the way you're going to approach this situation. And if you remember how we started, you should enjoy this moment because they earned it, they deserve it. And for me, yesterday was a good night because we were together and we realized that I saw the ring for the first time because during the game I didn't want to open it because I wanted to stay focused. But yeah, this is a good achievement. And we have a lot of memories, regarding the way we won. So, no, enjoy it. And I think the last game that we had against Atlanta has been a really good exercise because first half was really good. And before the game, we had the ceremony. So I was pleased to see that because, the way we train, we like to put music before the practice. Sometimes we train also with music, depending the session, the beginning of the session. So I told them, guys, when we do the complete day, the Tuesday or the Wednesday, when this is difficult for the player, we challenge them. We have music, but on the whistle, boom, you are on the task. So for me, last night was the same. And if we don't have a good season, this is not because we had the ceremony yesterday. So there is many factors, as you know. So no, it was a good moment for me. I have to enjoy it today. Every morning we are born again. So let's enjoy it today. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coach, another sellout in front of home fans
Yeah.
this past weekend. What was your message after getting the rings and seeing the banner unveiled to the players regarding their emotions going into the kickoff?
Repeat again, please.
What was your message to the team, with dealing with all the emotions of getting the rings and seeing the banner unveiled and being in front of home sellout for the first game?
Before the kickoff? Yeah, no, I did it in the afternoon, and like I said, it was we talk about the game plan, we talk about set pieces, and at the end I told them to enjoy this moment, and I told them many things also, but for me the most important was when our captain Darlington had the speech, just before the warm-up, and his speech was perfect because, like I said, they earned that, and the idea now was to give this emotion to the fan, and we play at home, we want to start well, and the message of our captain was really good, and this is what they did, and they were all connected with that. So again, this connection with the fan, it was so good to see also, how can I call that? The three.
The tifos?
Yeah, the three tifos. Listen, all the time this is a lot of goosebumps because I told you last year we are here to write a story, and we can see that the story is not finished, and the idea is to keep going with that. And when I see that the fan took time, because I know that this is not only on one hour to do that, maybe it could be many days to do that, and just to show it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. If we don't run for that, I don't know what we're gonna do. So again, this is a thank you for them.
Coach, it looked like after when Mo Farsi went down, it looked like Atlanta was leaning more towards that side with Sean and Max.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anything different in that second half that Atlanta was doing as far as maybe overloading more to that side?
No, because they did it in first half because they wanted to overload on the side with the number 10 and also all the midfielders. So the difference was that we didn't get the ball like the first half, so we were a little bit more exposed. After that, we could have done, yes, a better job, maybe to win the ball high up on the pitch, but they tried to overload, but we were solid. And the game is going to be like that. As I told you, the game is dynamic. I don't expect to attack all the time. Sometimes we have to defend, but attack the ball. But we did it well. So I'm happy. Honestly, I'm happy because to win a game like this, not in a different ways, but in a way that Atlanta at the ball, we had a statistic with my video analyst that the last 6 games that we played against them, it was all the time 50-50 in terms of possession. So this is the way it is. So that's why we did a good job with that.
And last year, you guys sort of struggled on the road a little bit, minus the playoffs. And you talk about you want to bring that home atmosphere with you on the road.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys looking to change to be able to bring that home atmosphere now, on the road coming into the new season?
Oh, first of all, I know that is not. This is a good, difficult exercise. I know that, but again, the spirit of what we had last year. I don't like to talk about all the time last year, but we showed that we were able to do it. And for me, we had success on the road at the end of the day last year because we were on the task. So we stay who we are as a person, as a player also. So that's why we were playing home and away the same. At home there is a little boost for sure, but away we were also so good as a team. So for me this is we, not me, a little bit more, and also try to have more compassion with between each player because sometimes it could be difficult. So we have to be more together. But because the way we want to play won't change in terms of try to be proactive in the game. But sometimes it's gonna be difficult. But when we have difficult moments, we have to be together and attack as a team and defend as a team, like we did the last game.
Take one more. Yeah, take one more.
And have you broken down the film from last year's League Cup game against Minnesota and sort of, put together like a game plan like this is what they did last year, versus?
No, it's a good question. I did it, but I stopped after 5 minutes because this is not the same coach. Reynoso is not here for the moment. So last year they were playing with a 4-4-2. This year he looks like a 4-3-3, so I cannot compare. So that's why I like to watch all the time, the game from the previous year. But depending the situation after that, I stop, or maybe I can take 1 or 2 pictures. But for this game, no, it's going to be a new game, totally.
Thanks, Coach.